Welcome to Canberra Station, and today I'm catching the well-known Xplorer service from Canberra to Sydney, and I'll be documenting the entire trip in first class. But I wasn't supposed to even be in first class, but you'll soon find out why I was there. Today I'm catching the 11:50 Sydney Central Station service from Canberra Kingston Station, all known as run number SP34. In this journey today, I'll be travelling all the way from Canberra to Sydney in a total of 4 hours and 10 minutes. We're still not set to board for another 15 minutes, so this gave me time to explore Canberra's Kingston Station, which quite interestingly is not even operated by Canberra's transport network, but rather it is operated by New South Wales Trainlink. Canberra Station is consisted of a single platform, enough to fit probably around an 8-carriage train. At the end of the platform towards the CBD end, there are these little sidings here which are most likely to store some of the Explorers overnight. The rest of the area around Canberra Station is either what used to be a goods line which is now abandoned, or a coach depot.
Good morning passengers, we're now standing at the platform through New South Wales Trainlink Xplorer service to Sydney Central. Looking at Queanbeyan, Bungendore, Tarago, Goulburn, Bundanoon, Vale, Campbelltown and Sydney Central.
As you heard just there, we are now ready to board the service. I'm travelling in economy, but only for the first 20 minutes or so, and you'll soon find out why. This service today stops at Queanbeyan, Bungendore, Tarago, Goulburn, Bundanoon, Vale, Bowral, Campbelltown and Sydney Central Station. Today I am seated, for now, in economy seats 1 and 2 towards the front of the train. However, I am not impressed by the location of these seats, as they are directly next to a luggage rack, an entrance into the carriage and also a restroom. I wasn't that impressed, and I was able to be moved, and you'll soon see where to.
We are due to depart in 10 minutes time. Anyone on board not travelling with us, we do ask that you please leave the service immediately and stand behind the yellow safety line. This is a book seat service. You must have a reserved seat to travel. Opal cards are not valid on this service. This is the New South Wales Trainlink Xplorer service through to Sydney, and we are due to depart in 10 minutes time. Thank you.
10 minutes later, and we departed on time at 11:50 bound for Queanbeyan, then through to Sydney Central Station.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and once again welcome on board your New South Wales Trainlink Xplorer service through to Sydney. My name is Kim and I do have the pleasure of being your passenger service supervisor on today's journey. And Mark and Sanjeev are your passenger service attendants in the buffet. The safety instruction card is located in your seat pocket. Please take a few minutes to read this important information. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please remain seated and follow the instructions of your crew, who are trained in emergency procedures and will help you exit the train swiftly and safely if an evacuation is necessary. Your toilets, rubbish bins and drinking water fountains are found at the end of each carriage. The takeaway buffet is located in carriage A, that is A for Alpha, is at the rear of the train and will shortly be opened, serving from a light refreshment menu. There is also a special needs toilet and baby change table located in carriage D, that is D for Delta. Please travel in your allocated seat, as we are a fully booked out service and there will be more passengers who will join in each stop. Please keep the aisles and exits clear at all times, and for your safety, footwear must be worn at all times. All New South Wales trains and platforms are non-smoking. Smoking is strictly prohibited on all of our services, including our toilets, which have been fitted with smoke detectors. Consumption of your own alcohol is also strictly prohibited on our services, however may be purchased from all buffets from midday on. Surely your crew members will be passing through the carriages checking all rail tickets. If you could please have these ready for inspection. If you do require any assistance throughout your journey, please don't hesitate to ask myself or anyone of the crew who will be more than happy to assist. We now invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy enjoy your journey of New South Wales train. Thank you and a very good afternoon.
And that marks the start of our journey towards Sydney Central Station. We're only a few minutes away now from Queanbeyan, and I'll be moving forward to our arrival into Queanbeyan Station.
Between the train and the platform, Queanbeyan is our next stop. Thank you.
On our arrival in Queanbeyan, we crossed the New South Wales border, which means we are now in New South Wales. At the moment, we are currently travelling between Queanbeyan and Bungendore. It's now time to move on to the story of how I managed to move to first class. So around this time, the service attendant for passengers was coming through the carriages, collecting tickets and making sure we had our proper tickets. When they got to us, we asked if we could move and that I was filming a YouTube video for a YouTube channel and that we weren't really happy with our seats and were asking if there were any other ones available. And as a result of that, they said for us to move to first class without any extra charge. So I would like to thank sincerely to the New South Wales Trainlink staff for moving us to first class. Of course, this wouldn't have been made possible if it wasn't for having a YouTube channel with as much supporters as you guys. So thank you all so much. We're now in our new first class seats thanks to the lovely New South Wales Trainlink staff. Of course, we have a whole lot of extra legroom and an even better view out the window, as the window that we were sat at before was half on our side, half on the other side, meaning we only got a half window. Now we have a full window just to ourselves. For most of the journey, I was actually admiring the view outside the window, and it really made me think how grateful we are to live in such a beautiful country with such great landscapes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Shortly your Xplorer service will arrive into Bungendore. If you are leaving us at Bungendore, please prepare to do so. Be mindful of the gap between the train and the platform. Bungendore is our next stop. Thank you.
Once we reached Bungendore station, the buffet was opened, and coincidentally the buffet is only a few steps in front of us, so the moment we left the station we were sure to go grab our food and drink straight away before it got crowded. A Eventually, we made our way to the next station of Tarago, and here is the train departing. After leaving Tarago, I brought out my laptop to get some very essential work done. We're now on our slow approach into Goulburn Station, and just ahead of us a 2-carriage Xplorer is just ahead, heading towards Goulburn as well, coming from Griffith. This service will couple with ours, forming a 5-carriage Xplorer service to Sydney. We're slowly on our approach to a red signal and had to wait a few minutes before we were cleared to move into Goulburn Station platform to then couple to the other 2 carriages. I always keep an eye out when approaching Goulburn Station, as there are a lot of heritage trains actually sat in the sidings. And finally, after sitting at Goulburn for a very long time, around 10 minutes or so, we are now departing. And after a reasonably long journey, we are now on our approach into Bundanoon. And we're now on our approach into Moss Vale. For those OG viewers of the channel, you'll remember that in early 2021 I was actually at Moss Vale Station.
Ladies and gentlemen, this stop is Moss Vale. If you're leaving the service, please prepare to do so. This stop is Moss Vale.
Around about 15 minutes later, we reached Bowral Station.
A very warm welcome to those passengers who have just joined us. The buffet on our Canberra service is located in Car A, on our Griffith service in Car E. Both buffets are open, and we are serving from our light refreshment menu. We do have chunky beef pies, sausage rolls, vegetarian pies, a selection of assorted sandwiches, fresh fruit yogurt, flavoured milk, soft drink, coffee and tea, as well as alcoholic beverages. If you purchase a hot beverage throughout your journey, you're given a cardboard box. We do ask that you reuse and recycle that box throughout your journey. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, buffet is located on our Canberra service in Car A and on our Griffith service in Car E. Thank you.
After a long journey in between Bowral and Campbelltown, we are now just about to approach Macarthur Station and where the electrification for the Sydney rail network begins.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Shortly your Xplorer service will arrive into Campbelltown. If you are leaving us at Campbelltown, please prepare to do so. All checked-in luggage may be collected on the platform towards the front of the train. Campbelltown is our next stop. Thank you.
We're now on the final leg of the journey up to Central Station, with our next stop being Central Station. Now we are travelling up towards Glenfield before we branch onto the T8 Airport and South Line, before branching off at Torrella/Tempe to continue via Sydenham towards Central Station.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Shortly your Xplorer service will arrive into Sydney Central Station, where this service will terminate. Your Xplorer service is running 18 minutes behind schedule, and this has been due to the speed restrictions along the way. Before leaving our service, please ensure you take all personal belongings with you, checking under the seat in front of you, in the seat pockets and in the luggage racks. A reminder that all checked-in luggage may be collected from the platform staff towards the front of the train. Passengers who require further Sydney train services can head down the Grand Concourse, where you'll see the Sydney Trains information boards. Passengers who require Sydney taxi services can also head down the Grand Concourse, where you'll walk through the archways, and this is where the Sydney taxi stands are located. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and Ashwin and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for choosing New South Wales Trainlink. It's been our pleasure taking care of you this afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you on board one of our services soon. May we wish you a pleasant stay here in Sydney, and for those of you travelling further, a safe onward journey. Sydney Central is our next and final stop, where this service will terminate. Thank you, and a very good afternoon.
So I just took all the plane up next to the train to Here it is. No, it's not. Oh, fuck. I mean, wait. Say that.
And that sums up the journey on the Xplorer from Canberra to Sydney, and it also sums up this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this detailed video of the journey report from Canberra to Sydney. Please consider subscribing and becoming a member of the channel if you like this video and would like to support the channel. It's also a great time to subscribe, as this Monday the Sydney Metro City line from Chatswood to Sydenham opens. I'll be there on the opening day, and will be releasing a very special opening day video that afternoon, which will come out this Monday. Thank you all so much for watching, and make sure you also check out my brand new YouTube merch. I recently released some merchandise featuring my logo and name on it, and also some, for example, with the I Love Sydney Trains or I Love Sydney Metro designs, as seen on the screen just here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at the Metro opening day on Monday.